Oggi proviamo un maxi gommone costruito da Ranieri International.
Today we're going to test a Maxi Rib built by Ranieri International, the CAYMAN 45.0 cruiser. Why is this type of rib so successful? There are both emotional and technical reasons. Take a look at it. It's sportier than a yacht, it has a wide deck. Below deck there are 4 comfortable berths. Then, the tubulars are a valuable buoyancy reserve. Practically, they prevent sinking and damage when reaching others. All this is no small feat, but let's see the details and then in a few minutes we'll put it to the test, because this is the latest version, perfected and equipped with the most powerful outboards on the market, Mercury Verado V12s with 600 horsepower each.
Più potenti fuoribordo del mercato, i Mercury Verado V12 da 600 cavalli ciascuno.
Imagine a wonderful summer day. How could we use it? For example, we could invite many people on board. Well, if we're not the owners, we could get invited on board. Take a look at the bow. There is the classic sun deck with 2 anatomic chaise lounges divided by an armrest. We can lay in this privileged position even during navigation, if navigation and waves allow for it, because we do not interfere with the pilot's view. The windshield is very large, and together with the hardtop, it defines its bold and modern character, which is different from other Maxi Ribs. Also, take a look at the roof, built with carbon fibres to make it large and lightweight, so that it shades the whole living area, the kitchen and the helm station. To shade the aft area, it is possible to add an awning supported by carbon poles.
Queste mastre sopra I tubolari fanno in modo
These coamings on the tubulars make sure that the internal bulwarks are quite high, a very important aspect about safety, especially if there are children on board. I like the linearity and symmetry of the whole deck, in particular when you look at it from the stern. In the dining area there is room for up to 8 people. The back of the sofa can be moved, allowing the seat facing forward during navigation. The other backrest became the headrest of the aft sun deck. Thanks to an electric movement, the 2 dining tables disappear in the flooring or transform into a sun deck.
Quanto è comodo, quanto
How comfortable is it? How much space? How large this Maxi Rib is? But now let's move to the helm station, because I want to show you how technological and beautiful the dashboard is.
Bellissima la plancia. Un unico vetro.
There is just one glass with 2 displays. All around it there are buttons and all the other instruments. It's wonderful. 4 people can sit in front of the console, and since there are no dividers, you can sit wherever you want. The protection given by the backrest is perfect. They worked a lot on domotics to make it easy to use the rib. From here you can manage all systems in a very easy and intuitive way. The position of the throttles and joystick is ideal for both maneuvering them and reducing the risk of accidental activation. The kitchen would make even a star chef happy because of its layout. 3 appliances of your choice are placed in the base unit, while the sink and induction hobs, conveniently placed in a recess that holds the cookware, find their place on the top. This version, with 2 outboards instead of 3, has a larger swimming platform. Below deck, the size and arrangement of the furniture makes us feel comfortable. For example, we have the table, and at the same time we can enjoy the double bed without having to make movements. But if we want a huge bed, we can get it in an instant. Toward the stern, separated by a curtain, 2 berths, or, if you prefer to join them, another large double. Around, along the sides, various lockers for objects, bags and wardrobes. In both cabins we find large TV screens. The bathroom has the grating and a separate shower with a door. It may look strange, but this rib can have another tended dinghy. Inside a technical locker we can also find a generator to have air conditioning below deck.
Proviamo il Cayman.
Let's test the CAYMAN 45.0 cruiser by Ranieri International with two 600 horsepower V12 Mercury Verado outboards. These are the most powerful outboards on the market and are also the first outboards with 12 V cylinders. When manoeuvring, the insertion of gears is very smooth, but also the use of the joystick is very gentle, and there is even the skyhook.
Con la funzione ancora elettronica.
No uncertainties in getting this Maxi Rib with so much power into glide. At 12 knots, 2,700 RPM, we are already in the hydrodynamic sustainment phase. Sometimes on large boats, it happens to feel some fatigue on the part of the engines in switching from the displacement phase to the planing phase. But here, it doesn't happen. Also because the weight balance is really perfect, and it is ideal that they decided not to install either inceptors or flaps. Everything is controlled just by the trim. The most difficult aspect is to dose the accelerator, because if I had to use it the way I do on other boats, I would be running at 40 knots already. Instead, no, I want to take the data at all gates. 20 knots, 0.25 miles with 1 litre, that is 4 litres per mile. You get the feeling that this huge mass is being pushed effortlessly. 25 knots. Here is the consumption. It's 5 litres per mile. Comfort is at an all-time high. Yet I'm taking myself to a very windy area where the waves are going to be a little higher too. I'm heading out to the Gulf of La Spezia. 30 knots, consumption is still 5 litres per mile, and navigating is still pleasant with this Maxi Rib. Here, things are changing. A smile prints from ear to ear, and I hear the engines roaring. Feel the speed increasing, 35 knots. It is perfectly stretched on the water. If you like steering sporty cars, try out also the deceleration and acceleration phases. What a rib! And here we are, navigating peacefully around Palmaria and Tino until 50 knots. And the merit goes also to this hull that has 2 steps making it run on the water. They make it really fast and make you safe with the gasoline if you know how to properly dose the acceleration and control the trim. Actually, this boat does not require a great steering ability. Trim does not change performance so much. This facilitates steering and allows you to enjoy being on board a large and fast boat like this. We are going to test in a veering on these waves. I'll cross them beam reach. But look at how it is composed. And the wind is quite strong here. This is fantastic. I like it. It is a real test.
Mi piace. Non mi ricordo.
I do not remember if I said the full throttle.
Okay,
we have a light displacement. We reached 53 knots. Look at the speed of the water flow and the land back there. It's a real bullet. It doesn't care where the wind and waves come from. The speed is always high, always the same. Well, I'd say this Maxi Rib shows the high level of both the quality and technique reached by Ranieri International.
Dal cantiere Ranieri International.